So why should we cool down? When we finish our race, yes, we're super excited to go have a bevy with all of our friends and celebrate what we just accomplished. But whether you're on a training run or race day, it is really important to cool down and add a stretch if you have time. Why do we cool down? Once again, just like our warm-up, it helps reduce injuries, but it also is really important to bring your heart rate down gradually so you don't let the blood in your lower extremities pool, as well as to remove that lactic acid that's built up in your muscles for all that hard work you just did. So really important, when you finish a run, don't come to a complete stop. Make sure you walk around for at least 3 to 5 minutes at a nice brisk pace until you can talk at a conversation pace. If you can't, make that walk a little bit longer. Then, really important, to stretch. You want to keep that range of motion in your muscles, but also it keeps the circulation moving. If you breathe deep, you'll get more oxygen to those muscles and you'll flush that lactic acid out. And more importantly, make sure you drink some water before you have that extra special bevy. Alrighty, my favorite stretches after I run, because we use our hamstrings, our quads, and our glutes and our calves mostly. We're going to stretch mostly lower legs, but we will give you a couple shoulder stretches, because when you start to hunch, I want you to open back up across that chest to keep those shoulders open and relaxed. My first stretch is a simple lunge. Knee is over top of your ankle, the bent knee is right underneath your hip, and you're just going to draw your navel in and get nice and tall. You want to add a little more, take the fingertips all the way up towards the sky and add a little more length. Even more, you can tip over to that opposite side and find a little more length. When you come back to center, I want to get my hamstring, so I'm just going to pull my bottom back, hinge at my hips, keep my spine long, and my head in line with my spine to find that nice hamstring stretch. Switching sides, we're going to take that same lunge on the other side, maybe add that little extra side bend, and then draw those hips back, hinging at our hips, finding that nice hamstring stretch. For my quads, ultimately my favorite is to lie on my yoga mat, but you don't always have your yoga mat with you at that race. Hold your heel to your buttocks, keeping your hips pressing evenly into the grass or your mat. This stretch can easily be done, as well, in a standing position, bringing that heel to your buttocks. Just watch, we tend to let that knee come out, draw it into that thigh. Keep that standing knee soft to keep that joint safe. For our glutes, my favorite one is to bring that right ankle across the left knee, lift your chest up towards that shin. You can also do this one lying on your back, threading that arm between your legs. Really important though, if you do it on your back, to make sure the bottom of your tailbone, that sacrum, is sealed into the grass, as well as the back of your skull. My favorite twist would be to take this same position and just drop my legs over towards the left. Oh, there we go, nice beautiful crack after my run. Really stretching the outer hip, as well as the lower back, the hip flexor. Remember, your hip flexor is made of 3 muscles, so all these different stretches will get all the 3 different muscles that make up that hip flexor that we work so hard when we run. And then, like I said, don't forget that shoulder stretch. You're gonna come onto your belly. You're gonna reach your right arm out to the right, left fingertips underneath, and you're just gonna roll open. You can add even an extra hip stretch here by taking that leg behind. So you can see this way, left arm goes out, right fingertips underneath your shoulder, roll open on that shoulder, stack that foot on top of the other leg, or take it behind you for an extra hip opening. This way, you've flushed all that lactic acid out of your body. You'll recover faster, so you can keep going strong. Enjoy your bevy.